What are you doing?
It's not what I'm doing, it's what the Freys were doing. When was the last time you saw them reading?
Never?
Exactly! They were just poring over those books, which are all about time-related magic.
That sounds like trouble. The Freys aren't very good with regular magic.
Right, and time magic is dangerous, not to mention completely unstable. So if they tried anything...
That would be a recipe for...
I don't know, but I heard Fisher say Time Turner.
I thought those didn't exist anymore.
Something like that. But more importantly, of what concern are they to you?
Oh, hello, Professor. Not us, the Freys.
Ah, yes. I ran into those two in the corridor. It seems they had a minor mishap with a swelling solution. Why they thought traveling back in time to undo it would be less trouble than a simple deflating draft is beyond me. Rest assured, I've set them straight. The twins will not be trying to reinvent the Time Turner, as no one should.
Why are they so dangerous? Time Turners, I mean, not the Freys.
When used properly, Time Turners are actually quite safe. It's when a witch or wizard ignores the rules and misuses a Time Turner that the results can be catastrophic. Which is why the Ministry of Magic had very strict regulations around who could obtain and use a Time Turner, and who could not.
Have you ever seen one?
Who you might be familiar with, Hermione Granger.
That sounds like a good story.
Would you like to hear it?
Time Turner! Time Turner!
All right, here goes
Time Turner!
Wow, Time Turners are amazing. I'd use one to go back and make sure I didn't say Wolfsbane instead of Wolfsbane in potions class last week. So embarrassing.
There are limits to how far back you can travel with a Time Turner, silly.
More importantly, there's always a better way to solve a problem than mucking about with time. With the very rare exception, of course. Now, if you two don't mind getting those books back to the library, I'll see you at our next transfiguration lesson.
What do you want? Come to laugh at miserable, moaning, moping Myrtle too?
No, of course.
Or perhaps you've come to use me as target practice like those wretched Slytherin twins. I may not be able to feel physical pain, but it still hurts.
No wonder you're so upset. I'd flood the bathroom too if someone did that to me.
Don't pretend like you care about me. No one ever cares. No one bothers to see past the spectacles to the delicate, beautiful girl underneath. Not since Draco.
That's not true. I can... Wait a moment. Draco? As in Draco Malfoy?
Yes, kindred spirits he and I. A bit misguided and tormented, sure. But a sensitive soul who just wanted to be loved and accepted.
But wasn't he a Death Eater? Didn't he try to assassinate the previous headmaster?
Technically, yes. But he had no choice. Hear me out and you'll understand.
Sectum Sempra! Sectum Sempra! Sectum Sempra!
Harry nearly killed poor Draco that day. All because he assumed the worst of him.
To be fair, Draco was rather nasty to Harry, wasn't he? And Harry's suspicions about Draco were correct, weren't they? Not to mention that Draco did attack first.
That's besides the point! If Harry had just taken a moment to listen to Draco, the whole mess could have been avoided.
I don't know about that, but I am surprised that the Harry Potter used such horrible dark magic. And against a fellow student, no less.
I know. I swore in that moment that I'd never forgive Harry for scarring Draco's handsome, pale face, no matter how much he begged me. But those big, beautiful green eyes of his looked so scared and guilty that I just couldn't help but forgive him. Oh, are you still here? You can go now.
I'm telling you, there's no way you could have won that many duels in a row without cheating.
And yet I did. So unless you've got some proof to back up those bogus claims, I suggest you get to work on our potions essays.
And no big words. Slughorn's starting to get suspicious.
What was all that about?
The Freys have been on a suspiciously long winning streak in dueling club, so I accused Bishop Frey of cheating. He goaded me into a duel to see for myself on the condition that he'd turn himself in if I was able to find proof of my accusations.
I take it that you didn't?
No, so in addition to being totally humiliated in front of the entire dueling club, I now have to do the Freys' homework for a week.
Still convinced that he's cheating and want to expose him?
You know me too well. Almost as well as I know Fisher Frey, which is why I'm certain he's up to something.
If you're that convinced, then how can I help?
Well, I was planning on tailing them. I suppose you could help keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
What are we gonna do? Daniel's on to us. But what if someone finds our cauldron and supplies?
Calm down. No one ever uses Moan and Myrtle's bathroom. That's why we picked it. Even if they do, they have no proof it's ours.
I was right. They're definitely cheating.
Should we tell Professor Flitwick?
No, at least not yet. It'll just be our word against theirs. If we really want to corner them, we'll need physical evidence.
Then I suppose a trip to Moaning Myrtle's bathroom is in order, isn't it?
Judging by the ingredients they've gathered, and the sparkling turquoise liquid in their cauldron, I'd say the Freys are brewing a scintillation solution.
A sin what?
It's a potion that boosts your proficiency and intelligence, similar to a wit sharpening potion.
It's no wonder Fisher Frey's on a winning streak. He was already a pretty talented duelist before. Under the effects of a scintillation solution, he must be master level.
The only question now is, what are we going to do about it?
Why don't we stick with our original plan of telling Professor Flitwick? Now that we have concrete proof of the Frey's cheating, he'll have to believe us.
You're right. Professor Flitwick will have the Frey's dueling records expunged, and they'll be publicly outed as cheaters. Besides, nothing we could do to the Freys will compare to what Professor Flitwick will do to them for violating the sanctity and honor of dueling.
Fisher Frey and Colby Frey. I have it on good authority that you used an illegal scintillation solution at Dueling Club to give yourself an unfair advantage.
How did you find out?
Shut up, Colby. Professor, I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding. I can explain everything.
Don't worry, Fisher Frey. You'll have plenty of time to talk in detention.
Think the Freys learned their lesson not to cheat?
No, I'm sure they'll be back to their old dodgy ways soon enough. But I don't think they'll ever try this scheme again. Thanks for helping me expose them. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go tell them to write their own stupid essays.
Have you seen my sketchbook?
No, sorry. But I'd be happy to help you find it. Do you remember where you last saw it?
A clearing in the Forbidden Forest. I was doing a bit of sketching out that way. I could have sworn I put it back in my bag when I finished. But it's not there.
Maybe it fell out. I'm sure we'll find it if we retrace your steps. So long as we're in the general area, we can use the summoning charm to bring it right to us.
Oh, I hope so. Some of my best work to date was in that sketchbook. I'll be devastated if it's gone. I'm pretty sure this is where I was drawing. I distinctly remember that niffler-shaped patch of moss. But I don't see my sketchbook anywhere.
Let me give the summoning charm a go. Accio Sketchboot! Huh? What happened?
Actually, I heard you say sketch boot. I'm sure it was just an accidental slip of the tongue, but you have to be really clear with this spell. Should I give it a go?
No, I've got this. I'll enunciate better this time.
All right, but try it over by that tree instead. I just remembered that I took my sketchbook there to quickly doodle a cute fairy that was fluttering by. Right here. This is where I drew the fairy.
Then let's try this again. Accio sketchbook. Nothing again? What am I doing wrong?
I've read that you have to clearly visualize the object you're trying to summon in your mind. Are you doing that?
Yes. All right, no. I was thinking about that sketch you did of a unicorn last week. Can I try one last time? It's a matter of pride now.
Of course, but let's move over to that stump. I remember setting my bag down on it as I packed up all my art supplies. It's possible my sketchbook fell out while I was rounding up my pencils. If my sketchbook isn't here, then I don't know where it possibly could be.
Don't worry, Lottie. I've got a good feeling about this time. Accio Lottie's sketchbook! Accio! Accio! Time turner! All right, time
Here
turner.
goes nothing.
Atmosphere shock.
Howler! Sectum Sempra!
Atmosphere charm.
Erumpent!
Essence of picnic.
So you two followed Lottie all the way into the Forbidden Forest and stole her sketchbook when she had her back turned. Why?
No reason. Just seemed like it'd be fun is all.
I could tell you didn't like it, but
What? No way. What will we care about some stupid drawing?
You drew the phrase, Lottie?
yes, I was experimenting with a more abstract postmodern style of portrait. Admittedly, it did turn out a bit odd.
Odd? You made us look like hideous monsters.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea my art hurt you. I should have considered how you'd feel before I drew it. How about I rip this one up and start over?
I suppose I can't stop you.
But before I start drawing, I want to thank you for helping me find my sketchbook. I'm going to dedicate my next piece to you. What? Oh, sorry. I'm so sleepy I can barely keep my eyes open.
You look exhausted, Ivy. What's the matter? Too many late-night adventures?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I just can't seem to get a good night's sleep.
If you're having trouble falling asleep, Madame Pomfrey might have something that could help.
Oh, I fall asleep just fine. In my dorm, in the corridor, on the grounds. They're so real. I know it's silly, that they're just nightmares, but every time I visit one of those places now, I expect the dreams to come true.
You're probably just not used to the castle yet. Maybe it would help to talk about your nightmares. I know mine don't seem so scary when I say them out loud. I'd be happy to listen if you'd like.
You do that for me? Thank you. All right, let's see. The first dream was about spiders.
Howler!
Expulsor!
Erumpent!
Essence of Gift!
All right, here goes nothing. Time turner.
Incendio! I've always got time. Trust me, I'll protect you.
There, you see? They're just nightmares and not real at all. And if you ever did find yourself in danger, just remember you're not alone, Ivy.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. And I do feel better after talking about it. I won't be so scared the next time I have a nightmare, especially with you by my side.
Good to hear. Although if I show up in your dreams, maybe we can go to Honeyduke's instead. Sweet dreams, Ivy.
Yes, exactly. Sweet dreams.
Right, here goes nothing.
Obscurus.
Whisper. Niffler. Stupefy.
A Pugno.
Just another exam.
Obscurus.
Now you're in trouble.
Oh, this isn't what the book said.
I'll get you for this.
Tivo's assault.
A Pugno. Golden Snitch.
Incendiary. Tivo's assault. Thunderstorm.
Expulso.
Now you're in
Time
trouble.
Turner.
Inflation.
What do you want? Now you're in trouble. I'll get you for this. I'll get you for this.
A Pugno.
Ashwinder.
All right, everyone. We're in this together now.
Stupefy. Thunderstorm.
Sectum Semprum. Nick.
Whisper. Niffler.
That's not how you play Wizard's chess.
Thunderstorm.
Nick.
Ashwinder.
Obscurus. A Pugno.
Marigold. Nebula.
Atmosphere Charm.
Whisper.
Nick.
Inflated.
Golden Snitch.
Thunderstorm.
Howler. Sectum Tempra. Sectum Tempra. Expulso. Nick. A Pugno.
Ashwinder.
Tivo's assault.
Nebula.
Erumpent.
Marigold.
Obscurus.